My name is Abigail and I'm doing a PhD, and it's mostly in 18th century literature, but it's also looking at religion and theology, Black British history, things like that. So it's really interesting, what I'm studying. So I've actually done all my other degrees here. So I've got a little bit of like an eclectic mix of degrees. My first degree was in education and history. I did that here at BG. Then I went on, I took a year off, went to go work as a nanny in London. I decided to come back. The call of BG called me back home again. And I came here and I did my master's in theology, which I really enjoyed. And then I got really super into like old books and literature, and then I decided that I wanted to do this PhD that incorporated my love of history, the knowledge about theology, but really focused on literature of the 18th century and specifically Black authors of that period. It's just a passion for me, but it's allowed me to follow the different subjects that I've enjoyed over the last 10 years. Yeah, I think there is as much structure and support on my course, so it's a little bit different with me doing the PhD. I can kind of do as much self-study and be as isolated as I want to be, but for anybody who wants that support and they want to have regular meetings and they want to meet other students, that is completely there and for you to be a part of if you want to be. And the first year that I was doing my PhD was actually 2020, so it was like kind of at that point in time it was mostly virtual and it was mostly self-study. And now we finally got into a point where we can kind of come back onto campus and all be together. And so I'm being given all these invitations to come to events to meet other students, and I'm really taking them because it's so lovely to be around other PhD students, because it can be difficult just doing self-study all the time and being so focused on your own work. It's lovely to meet up with other people. So I've actually got I've got my two supervisors, Jack and Shane, and Jack is kind of my theology history guy, and Shane is there to really support me on the Black history and the elements of that, and really make sure that I'm understanding that and getting a full context of Black history. So having my two supervisors, they are both extremely knowledgeable, but not only do they support me with helping me shape my work, which is great, but they're also really supportive in helping me like with personal development and academic skill development. So that's actually why I'm here today doing a presentation, because Shane, I'd spoken to her and saying, I really hate public speaking, I get really nervous about it, but it's a really important academic skill. And she'd said to me, well look, I can sort out some ways for you to get some practice. And so here I am today. I meet up with them either once every 2 weeks or once a month, depending on what I'm doing. And if I email them, they reply back the same day. It's like, they're very, very supportive. So very thankful. So that's something actually at almost all of the kind of senior lecturers or anybody who I've spoken to, my supervisors, they've really helped me try and shape that, because I'll be honest, when I started my PhD, I did not really know like what I wanted by the end of it, except I just wanted to do a PhD in something that I thought that was really interesting. And so that was my reason, was just like a love of the subject, and I thought, well great, I can study it like even more. I had no real career plan. Well, now I'm doing it part-time, but I'm like 3 years in, going into my 4th year, so it's like we're starting to want to come up with a career plan a little bit. And I think I would like to go into, academia, knowledge sharing, and trying to make the information that I'm learning like more accessible to people who are not in higher education. And that's something I would really love to do. And so my supervisors are very supportive in helping me kind of learn about how to create an academic career for yourself. So. If the passion is there and you love the subject and you want just a deeper knowledge of that, I think do it. I would not say do a PhD simply for having the letters before and after your name or anything like that. that is not the right reason to be doing it. But if you are passionate about your subject and you really think that your learning will add something to the kind of wealth of knowledge about that area, and people here, I've been speaking already to people today, people are doing so many valuable things that I think will contribute loads to their subject area. If you have that and you know it's something that you've been thinking about, I'd say take the leap, because I made my decision. I just woke up one day and I was like, wow, I really want to do this PhD, and I just could not get it out of my mind. And so then I did it, and I've never regretted it a single day ever. Even when I have lots of work to do, I've never regretted it. So